And they should arrest all of us. Sitting member of parliament. Then you bring people here armed to the teeth. Then they should arrest all of us.
I swear to God, we'll never agree for anybody to intimidate us. We will mobilize and come here. They should come and take him and let's see. Huh? They should come and take him and let's see. He don't respect the law, we also respect it. Look, if we have to die for this nonsense to stop, we'll do it.
About 20 gun-wielding NIB officers to go and pick him up to come and explain what he said. We're not back in a coup era. You don't send gun-wielding NIB officers. Did you see the guns? AK-47s, cocked people wearing masks and balaclavas all over.
Na abusia no pa na beto dwase mentemi ho ase bi ene gidigidi amana homene so wo Reverend Ntim Fordjour ni fie ba ko e wo Spintex nkra asem na making na yese National Intelligence Bureau yetwa mutia from NIB ye asrafo abawura papa fie so mo kwakoche no na be na otwe ba ko a etwa muni ana Reverend Ntim Fordjour ono ranking member de ma osono amanyoko NPP na osan ye panipa de ma security committee no edema edomkuma ewom na hyebedwam beto ho se wiemhyen bi aba begina Kotoka ginabia ye fresh wiemhyen no Ahmed na sa Ahmed na aba begina ho no enya dwumaso dwumamode bi na eba bedi na emum no ndrumbodi bi ewom a sika bi kura so hyehyehye mu ani nyina no mo bedi ho dwa wo man kronkron amaga na mu hantine empanifo aka bi ewom NDC empanifo ne police ne asrafo mo nko Kotoka wiemhyen ginabia ho na mo fa mani nkodi achi.
On the matter of air-med flights and Caucus Air private jets transporting suspected cocaine and cash. Ladies and gentlemen, on another security matter related to our airspace, the Minority Caucus calls on national security to, as a matter of urgency, make public the content of cargo suspected to be cocaine and cash transported into the country by two suspicious flights, namely air-med flights NH23AM and Caucus Air private jets Antonov and 12B, which landed on the tarmac of Kotoka International Airport in March 2025 from Gran Canaria, an island of Spain, and departed to the same Gran Canaria days after their arrival. Reliable intelligence intercepted by the Minority Caucus indicates that on March 20th, 2025, air-med flights NH23AM, which is an air ambulance, and I must stress, it's an air ambulance designed specifically to carry patients, landed at Kotoka International Airport in Accra, Ghana, and remained in the country for 5 days before departing 1 a.m. on March 25th, 2025, back to Gran Canaria. Our intelligence further persists that no patient was transported by the said air-med flight, neither to nor from Accra. There is no evidence of medical referral or patients accompanying or on board the flight on either legs of the flight. We are reliably informed that contrary to the expectation that the air-med flight would carry patients, the purpose for which it was designed and operates, it rather on this occasion carried suspicious cargo suspected to be cocaine and cash in various United States dollars denominations.
Ma eno enam so Ghana mampani yewura John Dramani Mahama enso ebeso asem no so kire mu se asem ne nsem a Reverend Ntim Fordjour ababeka no hwe na security agencies no amana so na mumu no omfo mu nan ensi fom no omfo mu ni eni akiri kwansin kasamafo ede Ghana presidency and as a Jubilee House yewura Felix Ofosuku achi ebeso asem no so ekire mu se ensem a eye Reverend Ntim Fordjour ekani nyina no eyewurodo radasem.
Ntim Fordjour, who also doubles as the Member of Parliament for the good people of Asin South, has made very wild claims to the effect that two aircrafts which passed through Ghana for various reasons were carrying drugs, and that was the reason why they were here. He also alleged that they were involved in money laundering, and therefore he was calling for investigations. As you may be aware, President Mahama gave him the opportunity to present any evidence or any basis he has for making that claim to the security services so that together we could look into the matter to ascertain whether there was any truth in it. I can report to you that because he knew he was peddling total falsehoods and lies, he now claims, after being invited to assist with investigations, that he was speaking on behalf of the committee that he was part of, and that the views he expressed were not his personal views. So because of that, he says he's unable to cooperate with the security agencies. I say that he was peddling falsehood because the facts as they exist vary completely from the claims that he made. When he made that claim, he was only seeking to peddle falsehood in a bid to undermine the confidence that the people of Ghana have in this government. The truth is that 2 aircrafts with completely different purposes arrived in Ghana, and their arrival was perfectly legitimate, and they were here for very genuine reasons. The first one is an Antonov flight 12BK with registration number CVK 7037. Now this flight essentially is a cargo plane which arrived on the 12th of March 2025.
Na ene ensem na akoso ma Felix Ofosuku acho no ye kasamafo e de match ye amanyoko edwobodo NDC government no e de eye nkrata ene pictures bi ebetu ni Facebook ene social media tentan kase no so kire mu se ensem a Reverend Ntim Fordjour san ye sofo e kan nyina ye rodu radas omu hu sofo gro twentro kra sada ma ene mfoni ena edida so bi na chese ewie mu hyenwe na yesi akogira Kotoka International Airport eba oman kronkron Ghana mu ha na yesi ndurubone no ewom na ensam ne bebre na ya twene bia won ban kronkron Ghana mu ha wo papa yi ensem no ehu na ene ye wo ha no pe ya ye nka bi nhye mu nyi bi mfiri mu ana beto odwa se National Intelligence Bureau yetwamutia from NIB say omo kwakwache papa no mu ko invite no be kura invitation po ana ene impedifo ko max ahihye mo anim emu nose max ene handkerchief a ye de ahihye anim anka wo de munyi mo anim se mo ba ye bodwuma mo ko ye no mo yi mo bag na manso hwan ene asrafo ni police fo ko mo hihye max etuo ene ekure kromo na ene osona manyoko NPP yewura afenyo market ni mpanifo ni NPP gurus no enso ekọ Reverend Ntim Fordjour fie se dabi ye no ane se na me sebi aburu sebi mpeneduasa ye penkrofo bi o makansan fun ebre bi atwam a yewura okudie to abra kwa Sam George omu nyina ka huntie hene ha omu ntia se me emfa Reverend Ntim Fordjour so efri ni fie
Nana bi. So person arrest here sitting then class no.
Speaker Ben release you.
I know mu tie nyina, they should arrest all of us. All of us.
Nanabi, don't you think? I mean,
we are a country of laws. Country of laws.
But
sitting member of parliament. Then you bring people here armed to the teeth. Certainty. Then they should arrest all of us.
What is happening in there? You've been in there. What is happening? My brother, in this country, there's nothing under this sun Sami Jefi has not said and walked free under Kufuado. There's nothing a Blackwater did not say in this country and walked free. Everybody, right? They are more human beings than Reverend Ntim Fordjour or myself or anybody else. No, we will mobilize and come here. They should come and take him and let's see. They should come and take him and let's see. All of us. You don't respect the law, we also respect it. Let's all break it. Look, they are in power. The modicum of sense should be on them. If you want an ungovernable country, then we'll give it to you.
But the proof of response, the proof of
the president, the president said they should collaborate, and deal with the matter. Is this collaboration?
Collaboration has no formula. They feel they want to go this way.
So this is how you want to go it? Boot for boot. They will also give for boot for boot. They also respond.
So in that
I am calling on every single person, NPP, everybody listening to me. Look, I am activating the entire youth wing of this party. Right? I'm activating the entire youth wing of this party, of the New Patriotic Party. Look, if we have to die for this nonsense to stop, we'll do it.
If the police want to, if the police want to, you see, you are the youth organizer of your national party. Let's calm down and then have a conversation so that at least people watching from home, let's credit them with some respect. So let's not shield any of our appointees from justice, whatever it is. But what we will not agree, I swear to God, we will never agree for anybody to intimidate us.
That's fine.
Your point. Your point.
Have you seen in Ghana's history that we sent about 20 gun-wielding NIB officers to go and pick him up to come and explain what he said? When? Is this the change? We're not back in a coup era. So that's the first issue, that when the Minority Caucus is raising questions that there's a particular matter, full-scale public inquiry needs to take place on that matter. You don't send gun-wielding NIB officers. Did you see the guns? AK-47s, cocked people wearing masks and balaclavas all over. This is the democracy.
Moving forward, do you think that
you would move forward? That is the first matter that must be articulated clearly. Okay. That what the government is doing is trying to intimidate the Minority Caucus. Not even Ntim Fordjour. Ntim Fordjour is just one spokesperson. But this attempt to intimidate the Minority Caucus by sending, all of this thing, it is unheard of in a democracy. It doesn't happen in a democracy. When we were in power, people were saying all sort of things. When did you see us sending 20 gun-wielding NIB officers to go and arrest that person? It's not done. That's number one. Number two, even if you want information from a member of parliament, you saw the speaker's notice that he issued quite recently.
You see, and then
you come to parliament, the lawyers of parliament will be there. The person's
parliament on recess.
The job of a member of parliament does not only take place when parliament is sitting in plenary. So there's clarity on how it's done. You come to parliament, the lawyers of parliament will be there, his lawyers will be there. Whatever questions that you want to ask of him, you can ask of him.
Na ebusia ensama ekoso ni bi enono na kwansin ana edom kuma ewo mrahye bedwam parliament amoye edu watwen 88 a yewura afenwoma kansi na edom anim ne nsendrofo etwetwe nkomo ana wo kire mo se ensama aba any intimidation omo sososo.
This morning we heard of this intimidation and harassment from the NIB. We least expect such a step to be taken by government by using agents of the state. Our country is a country of democracy. Yes. And I'm reiterating a point. His Excellency President Mahama, I don't see him as a politician. I see him as a statesman, because his term is his final term. So those who work under him should help him to leave a legacy. What we are experiencing shouldn't be part of his legacy. 4 years is far, but near. Ghana has been in this exercise for years, and we don't need what we've experienced this morning. The caucus expressed a view through its authorized member, Mr. Ntim Fordjour, a reverend minister and a politician. If government disagree with views expressed, government can also tell its side of the story. This is democracy. It's not about we are inviting you, you come with armed men. You know, about 20 of them. We don't need it. If you disagree, you disagree. In any event, the caucus is calling for a bipartisan inquiry into this matter. We should be able to judge all. But, well, they have de-escalated, they've left, they've gone back to wherever they came from. We want to assure the government that we will cooperate if they approach things in a decent manner. But we will not be intimidated. We are few, but a mighty few and a happy few. You know, there are serious matters for the state to consider. Joblessness. People need jobs. The Galamsey issues. So far, they have not demonstrated seriousness in dealing with the Galamsey. If some agent of the state would want to pay attention to trivialities, then it is going to be the beginning of the end of this government. And it is not necessary. They should stop it. We are there to engage them. But let me make it very clear that Reverend cannot be made an example. Two, Reverend is not a loner. He has not walked alone. He will never walk alone.
And he spoke for the minorities.
A ranking member, of course. As a caucus, we have our various committee heads. And he is the leader of the Defense and Interior Committee of our caucus. And he speaks for the caucus. And he expresses the views of the caucus. So nobody should make any attempt to single him out and try to come here, intimidate him. He walks through this unfortunate valley of the shadow of death. But he will fear no evil. Because he walks with his God. And the strength of the mighty 88 behind him. So please, government officials, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Stop it. Let's engage. We are political actors. Let's assure the people that we are ready to uphold the promises of the Constitution and democracy. This must stop. Thank you very much.
What has been the compensation? We're engaging over there. What has been the compensation? You are live on TV. You are live on TV. Nobody can cover anyone. Truth will stand. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you.
Abusiana ensem ne tofa ni nyina na mosomfo dankwasi prince be de ababe somo a ye be koso de ye ne de ensem na chidi ye be tofom bia ba wa branti anase papa yi ensem ne ho no ye de be tum anim na ye de asomo entimese oso be mu aka safidie no adaha na wa subscribe no wa share na busuana tumi akoso ayekese na before ye be jam ho ame akon mekanfo charistic company limited indru efe ne za mesha ne za capsules de amount say infection bacteria bia be ni pedua na kenten so ba aya na edum fichi kwaji awoti pains wase fidua mbro no so wahu obi atumete nka moje echese efulo edema won ewon se buom na emaye 2-3 days na twa kwaje impenimfo endro bi na muzaman capsules ne ememedro tatahwe a ebesisi ya de sexual weakness low sperm count ya de beja so do yere ukomuchi wa kompamisie na ho asane egufuma wadro eno no na amuhindi aba meshan so eba malaria fever typhoid diabetes o blood pressure ni ade etai so akwaji mpenifundro ya mabubo so ibi na nduro FD awemu agye atumi se ye opendo etu akwa pharmacy herbal stores a onsa ebe kempenifo nduro ibi efeme dan Kwesi Prince Macron.